For the best in eyewear, call Dr. Leeks Optometry.
This week's court report, George Allen Prentice has now been sentenced to a minimum of 4 years behind bars. This after a guilty plea was entered for the charge of lewdness with a child under 14 by that local man arrested after admitting to police that he was inappropriately touching a female minor for the purpose of sexual conduct. During Prentice's sentencing hearing, the court outlined the case history and reviews the pre-sentence investigation report, including the recommendations. Prentice's defense attorney, Brent Percival, reviews the defendant's psychosexual evaluation report and argues in support of the defendant being placed on probation. Attorney Percival also outlines the defendant's lack of criminal history and requests the court follow the recommendations of the division and place Prentice on probation. A rep for the state then calls the first victim to the stand. The witness is sworn in by the clerk and testifies that she is 11 years old. Then the witness continues to testify about her relationship to the defendant and states that she called him Pops. Furthermore, the witness testifies about the incident that occurred and how what Prentice did affected her. The young witness then recites a letter she wrote for that court hearing, testifying about what she would like to see happen to the defendant. When done, that witness is excused. Then the state calls another female to the stand who is also sworn in by the court clerk. That witness testifies that the victim in this case is her daughter and outlines how this incident has affected her daughter's demeanor. The second witness then continues to testify about how this incident has affected her entire family. Then she also recites a letter that she prepared for that hearing and begs the court to sentence Prentice to the maximum possible sentence before being excused. The rep for the state then outlines the details of the incident that occurred, opposes probation, and argues in support of Prentice being sent to prison for the maximum possible sentence. Finally, Prentice addresses the court himself, and the court admonishes the defendant in regards to his actions, then sentences Prentice to a total of $178 in fees and 48 to 120 months with 283 days credit for time served. The court also orders Prentice to pay for counseling for that young victim in this case. You might recall that last summer, an area deputy responded to reports of a female who had been touched in the privates by a neighbor named Pops, who was later identified as George Prentice. Police say the young girl left home looking for her friends, but they were not at home, so she went over to Pop's trailer to earn some chore money by doing the dishes. While there, Prentice told the young girl, "I will show you mine if you show me yours." Then the victim says Prentice placed his hand on her vagina and patted it with his hand. She then ran across the street and told her father what happened. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 25.